Morning, guys. I'm going to spray this internal frame coating in here. Get the back sides of this metal like we talked about. Those of you who haven't seen this, I just took a little tiny dowel rod, put this so I can actually, because these come curled up, and when you stick them in there, they're just going to kind of curl as you go in. So I just pretty much zip tied that to it. But yeah, that's it. So I'm just going to go in here, get this side, and I'll probably come back in here and get some of this, and then I've got to get the other side over here. But I just thought I'd kind of show you guys this deal. I've done this on my rockers in previous videos, and normally I get it all over me. So. Looks fantastic. You can see it running out of there. Yeah, it's running all over the damn place. Alright, I'm going to move over to the other side. I ended up getting it all over the floor anyway. It ran down the inside of that quarter panel, which is fine. I don't care. It's not going to hurt anything if you even love it. Have another little coating on it. Stuff really sprays out of there. All right, something here. I welded right here. Welded this. There's a little hole there. I welded it shut. That's it. That's all I need to get for this. And I could probably get a mirror in there and see how well it coated, but I'm very confident it coated really well. This stuff goes everywhere. I'm going to clean this tube out. Again, this stuff here, you can buy their pre-stuff. That's what they want you to use to clean that tube out so you can really use it. I bought this at Home Depot. It's called Prep All. It does the exact same thing. So I'm not taking anything away from Eastwood's products. I'm sure they're great, but this is, you know, it works, so it works. As a matter of fact, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just pop the top off. Take this stuff, drop your little deal. And then, let's see if we can come over to this bucket and show you. See if I can do this with one hand. Have the camera pick it up. Alright, so I'm going to spray this into the bottom of the bucket. You see how that comes out of there? That's pretty impressive. And it cleans that whole line up and inside. Then you can take it. Clean the tip off. Spray a little bit out. Kind of clean that tip up a little bit so you're good to go again for your next run. But every time you buy a can of this stuff, they give you a brand new wand, and I've used this well through the whole can, and it's still working good. So, but yeah, you can see it sprayed all out of here. It sprayed all out of here, and then it ran underneath here out the seams. So I'm not going to complain about that. That's just going to be a little extra protection up in there. So I'll be happy with that. Anyway, thought I'd bring you along for that. I got to go to the dentist today, and my plan is, like we talked about yesterday, to go ahead and get this set up. I've got my gun set up and everything. I'll have to get the epoxy inducing when I get back. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to spray this today, so at least put a coat of epoxy on it. I know Russ at Double R just did his tonneau cover, and he used the same gun I'm using, which is the LPH, Iwata LPH 400. And so I'm gonna go with about 23 pounds, 2 1/4 turns out. I'm gonna use his setting since it worked out for him, and see how it goes. So got it all set up, got my pressures all set up at the walls real nice. My air is working fantastic. I used it all day yesterday. This little setup here, just a quick update, is working great. No pressure loss. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but the tubes in that are an inch and, what is it, 1 3/4, I think, wide. And so there's no air loss, there's no CFM pressure loss, nothing. I've got this thing set up here to about 130 at the wall, or at the deal there, and then about 130 over there as well, which seems like a lot, but that's what Barry at SPI wants you to do, so that's what I'm doing. But anyway, thought I'd take you along for that little deal. Like I said, once this stuff goes down though, I think I sprayed some somewhere else a long time ago when I was doing those rockers, and I think it's still, oh, right here. It's still on the floor. I mean, I could probably sand it off, but so that'll probably be there forever unless I clean it off, which I may go ahead and try to wipe it up a little bit. All right, guys, that's it for now. Like I said, I want to hit that real quick before I sprayed the outside, because I didn't want to get my epoxy on and then spray that and have it come out and leak all over the place. So give that a little bit inside. I'll probably do the inside of this lock too, back on the inside. I have to pop the trunk and do that. I'll just hit it real quick, but I probably won't need that nozzle for that. I can probably get in there with the regular spray tip. So, all right, guys, see you later. Hey guys, all right, got the car spun around, got everything prepped up. Went to got me some 180 and cleaning this. I got to get all this cleaned out still, but scuffed all this up real good with 180. Same with this, all the little nooks and crannies. They say the devil's in the details for sure. Yeah, you don't want to pull your tail lights out and have your paint all stripping off of it and falling off because it wasn't prepped good. So not that you're going to do, you ever see that really, but you know, it is what it is. You still got to do it if you want to do it right. If you don't, then do it how you want. But so plan is now I'm gonna go over the whole thing one more time with 180 on the DA, just to clean any possible surface rust that may be trying to pop up here, there, whatever. Then we'll go over it with 80 grit on the DA and scuff it all up good to where it's got a good tooth. I'm gonna clean it, waterborne wax and grease remove it, and then I'll have my epoxy inducing while I clean it and get her mask up and primed, and hopefully we'll get that done today. Shouldn't be any reason why I shouldn't be able to get it done. So I'm going to spray with my Iwata LPH 400. It's got a 1.4 tip. We're going to use it. Sorry, I'm probably talking a little funny. I still can't feel my lip because of going to the dentist. But went ahead and jacked it up in the air. That way I can get under here good, you know. Like my perfect example, this come off my Camaro. Well, up here they coated it all good. Well, down here they didn't even spray it. Through here you can see where it's just super, you know what I mean? They just half-assed the shit out of it. And they weren't able to get underneath the car while it's sitting on the ground, and I get that. But do something to get under there. I mean, jack the car up, do something, whatever you got to do. You know, if I got to sit this thing on 4 blocks or whatever to get to the rockers and stuff good, that's what I'll do. But of course I got the lift, but I'm not going to paint over there. That would be nice, but it'd still be a little complicated to try to paint around those arms on that lift. But you could get to the bottom of it a whole lot easier. Anyway, just a little quick update, just kind of giving you a heads up on what I'm getting ready to do, how I'm prepping it. That way, you know, if guys are getting to this point on their project, they know at least how I'm doing it. Not necessarily the absolute way to do it, but. All right, guys, I'm going to show you some dumbass mistakes. Got this all set up and did this part first. Forgot to do my damn lights. So had to push that back down because I had this all nice and everything. Had to push it back down, do my lights, do this here, whatever. And so then I went ahead and put this all back, pulled this back up as a pain in the butt, used a bunch more tape than I needed to. Did these, and I thought, all right, I'm done. No. See those little guys right there? That goes right into the trunk. Those go right into the trunk, right into the trunk. So, how do you get to that? Well, you can crawl through into the car, into the trunk from the back if you're like 100 pounds. But this guy's not 100 pounds anymore, so I'm not going to be able to crawl through the back seat into the trunk. So, I get to rip all this out again and start over, at least on that part. Which sucks, but that's what happens when you pull dumbass, you know, do dumbass things like that. You just you got to pay attention, and I just didn't. So, I mean, not a big deal, but just, you know, more labor wasted, you know, paper and tape. But you live and learn, I guess. So, anyway, I'll redo that and. Another thing I noticed is when I was taping all that up, I'd already wax and grease removed this, got it all, I mean, it's literally ready to spray. But I noticed as I was taping it and doing things, my arms would touch the metal. At one point, my forehead hit something. I think this rail up here. Just little stuff, and I kept thinking, you know what? That's going to leave a little oily spot right there. So once I'm done, I'm going to go back over it again with wax and grease remover because you don't want oily shit on your, you know, it's just not going to stick if you do. So another lesson probably for me, go ahead and mask your stuff off and then do your wax and grease remover, clean it all up good. And then you're done. You'll have to do what I'm going to do again, which I'm going to re-clean it again. So yeah, just rookie mistake shit, just not thinking. So, like I said, it's been a long time since I masked up a car anyway, so it's just all trying to come back to me. So, alright, well, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. See ya. Alright guys, there it is. Redid this just because it was so crappy after I got finished. Well, I'm going to finish this. I didn't do that all the way, but and basically, I didn't go full tilt with this because I'm just shooting some epoxy on it. So normally if I was painting the car, I'd probably tape everything to the ground, make sure no overspray got up underneath completely, but I'm gonna be shooting here up. I'm not gonna be shooting down on it, so shouldn't go up, you know, it's gonna be negligible basically, whatever gets under there. But if I had to not put that lower panel there, it just shot right up on the gas tank and all that. So, yeah. So, and on the rest of the car, you know, I didn't plastic it or anything because, like I said, I got to block this whole car down, so it's not going to matter. Literally, a little bit overspray, it's not going to make a difference at all. So, anyway, I just want to get this out of metal because we're getting ready to go on vacation for a couple weeks, and so I don't want this just sitting out here, you know, getting rusty. So, all right, we're gonna spray this evening, It's 9 o'clock. I just actually set this up to induce the epoxy at 9 o'clock. And so about 9:30ish, I'm gonna go ahead and spray. But here, there's my setup. Got my lights here in the wall. Got my little portable light that you move it around wherever you want, which is really nice. It's on wheels. I made this deal where you can just move it around, get it out of the way if you need it, or put it wherever you want it, which is, like I said, really nice. All that is a 4-foot light that I bought from Home Depot or whatever. Just made me a little tube frame for it and a little deal where I can throw my tools, and you can see that works out pretty well. And put casters on it. This is adjustable up and down. There's a pin here that you can pull and spin it 90 degrees, so it'll be sideways if you want it. But yeah, works out pretty good. I built that a long time ago. Before my shop was even built, I built that. So I knew eventually someday I would want one and need it. So, all right. Anyway, there you go. So I'll bring you back after I put the first coat on it and see how it turns out. So I'll talk to you then. See ya. All right, guys. First coat's down. And you can tell I put it on pretty light. I didn't hammer it, so it's a little bit dry-ish, but I wanted it that way. That way I didn't get the little craters, because I'm gonna let this, cure out for another 30 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the second coat on. But I want to make sure all this CO2 gas is off, or whatever it's supposed to be doing, before I build any more primer up on it. I can't really see any of the little craters. There might be some right through there, and it looks like I sprayed that just a little bit more wet. But for the most part, looks pretty good. Like I said, I put it on pretty dry, so my next coat's going to be the tattletale, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, and you can see what now I can see better, and when I spray the next coat on, I'll really be able to see how wavy that panel actually is, because it'll put a gloss on it. So I'll be able to tell where the filler needs to go, which I'll probably just spread a coat of filler over the whole thing and block it down. That way it's nice and straight. But if you put your filler on within 7 days, you don't have to scuff it. So I'll probably come out here, not tomorrow, but maybe Thursday, and go ahead and put me a good coat of filler over the whole panel and shape it up. And maybe even block it down depending on what I got going on, but yeah, we'll see. So that way I'll have it nice and straight and ready to go. And if I break through anywhere, any metal or whatever, then I may go back with another coat of epoxy over top of my filler to kind of sandwich it in there, which I can't imagine that would hurt any at all. But yeah. So I'm pretty happy with this coat. You can see it's, like I said, you can see where maybe you can see that. You can see where the keyhole was. It's a little bit low. It's just what I wanted. So when I go over it with filler, the filler will actually cover that. Like I said, if you have this a little too high, when you go over that, it's going to break back through the metal. Well, then you got, then you're basically doing away with the fact that you put epoxy on it, because now you got bare metal showing again. So you want your spots just a little bit low. Anyway, so that's just my 2 cents on it. But yeah, I can definitely see my little imperfections now. And even through here, I thought this panel was pretty straight, just feeling it. But now I can see right through here, it's still a little bit wavy. But that, again, that's what filler will take care of that. So any of these little scratches and stuff, they'll all go away with the filler. So all right, yeah. At the very least, I'm glad to get that coat on. you know, if I quit now, I'd be fine because it's not going to rust now, and that was my main goal. So, but yeah, I'll go ahead and put at least one more coat on it. The thing is, you got to let it flash for 30 minutes before in between coats, and it's already 15 till 10. So I don't want to be out here till 11. I mean, I will if I have to, but 2 good coats. If I have enough left, I might put a third, but we'll just see how much you got left. All right, guys, we'll talk to you on the second coat. See you. All right, guys, there it is. Pretty happy with it. It laid down pretty smooth. A little bit of dirt, but not too bad. And happy to say, little to no of the little pops. I think increasing the pressure on that Iwata up to 23 pounds helped a lot. I could probably go up maybe a couple more PSI, but it really oversprays pretty heavy when you do that. That gun's really only meant to be sprayed at 16 to 18 PSI, but for this they were saying, you know, up your pressure a bit, and it did help. It helped a lot. So hopefully you can see all that. And again, don't mind the body work because I haven't started it yet, really. I mean, I'm just trying to seal the metal. I mean, I did the metal work, so it's this good in metal, and then I'll go ahead and do my filler work and get any of the little dents and imperfections and stuff like where I filled that keyhole and stuff up. But anyway, yeah, quick heads up on that. And man, it's 11:30. A couple more blunders I did. Went ahead and mixed up one part of this epoxy, and wasn't really thinking. I thought, yeah, that'd be plenty. And on my set, got one full coat down. Went to spray my second coat, didn't check it, didn't look in the can or in the lid, and or in the cup, however you want to say it. Anyway, ran out. Probably I sprayed this top panel, got about one good, and then it quit about here. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I had to mix up another batch, induce it for 30 minutes, and so I went back in the house and hung out with my wife for a little bit, then come back out and just sprayed it. So yeah, just finished her up, unmasked it, and yeah, I think it looks real good. I'm excited to see it in the whole car in that. And like I said, it really shines like paint, so it's kind of cool. Let you see your flaws and stuff where you need to work. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I don't have to worry about rusting now, and so we're good to go. Appreciate you guys watching, commenting, and yeah, all the tips on trying to set up my gun and get it all to where I get all the little craters out. Appreciate that. Shot probably 8 inches back or so, a little farther back than normal. And like I said, did the first coat, did one light coat, and then after that I went ahead and sprayed it wet. So, and you can tell it looks pretty nice. So there you have it. Talk to you guys later.